It only goes up from here. Today is Motivational Monday. I am on here with my tea, my coffee, my bandana, and my two ponytails. Today is Motivational Monday, and Sunday is the beginning of a new week. I am on here on these YouTube streets, and I had broke the mold, y'all. Y'all gonna see this face all the time. Now, what I'm gonna have to learn how to do is all this fancy thumbnail and all this stuff I have to learn for myself and everything. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna look up some information. So if anybody out there in these streets can help a sister out, you know, I came back on after I did a live show yesterday. I did a live show. I was so proud of myself, and I truly do mean thank you from the bottom top of my heart. For the ones that supported me and yet to come. I'm on here without a set reason. Okay, I'm gonna explain that to you. I have a motive, but I can be all over the place too. I'm on here when I first got my channel, it was for music, okay? I have a music list. Then recently, like I said, 2018, I want to say. You sit around, you think about things, you go through things, you really want to figure out life and stuff, and boredom, okay? So I would get up and, excuse the way I'm looking, because honey, boom, this is morning time. I have my coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. And I set a tone for my day. So I get up, wash your face, of course, brush your teeth. You don't take a shower at night. If not, get up and take one in the morning, okay? And I drink my coffee. And this is actually when I was going through things and trying to iron out life. I got my place, and first, I got so much to cover, okay? I know a lot of people say you could make a video or content by just in everything. Honey, you could talk about the sky and the moon if you choose to, okay? I have no problem with people coming into my world, and I'm drinking tea as well. The tea that I'm drinking is um, detox tea. Like I stated, I am on a weight loss journey. I have not had a surgery. I was going to, but that's another story in itself. But I am on a diet pill. Matter of fact, Thursday, I go to get weighed. I go for my weigh in, blood pressure. I'm doing amazing, okay? Kind of at a plateau, but that's okay. Oftentimes it's water weight. So let me get back. I haven't forgotten what I was saying. Going through things in life and trying to find your way. Trying to find your way. Yes. Your purpose. Why things go wrong. Why you go through the things you go through. Why you allow yourself to go through things. And that's okay. When you're alone, sometimes it's good. And it could be bad. But not in a bad way. It could be like, you got too much time on your hands, so to speak. That's what I want to say. So I started making these YouTube videos, and I did pretty good, just getting the hang of it, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, so on and so forth. I'm gonna figure out a time that I'm gonna be coming on here. That way, my subscribers, audience can know, look for that girl at 5, if that's what time I, decided to choose. And by the way, I am Central Standard Time. Going through a lot. I would sit in my living room by my window. I love looking out the window. I love seeing the trees and the clouds. And just, take in a lot. Meditate and, open up your thoughts and clear your mind type of thing. I was doing pretty good. I get overwhelmed and discouraged. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. I done came a mighty long ways. Mighty. 56 years of my life it took for me to really kind of like get a hold of myself. Actually, it started in 2020, but that's okay. I started. And I seen myself liking what I was doing, but I wasn't really feeling it at that point in time. So, fast forward, last year, I want to say last year, I said, you know what? You're going through something. Get on here and share with the world, people. I mean, you don't have to let everybody know every detail of your life, but you are putting people in your life because you decide to make these YouTube videos that's public and everything. So, by myself at that time, crying, sad, depressed, trying to figure out my purpose. And mind you, I had already started my weight loss journey in 2020. I was saying to myself just a few minutes ago, get back on track, which means stay focused. So I said, okay. Like I said yesterday, talk to yourself. That don't mean you crazy. Just say, girl, you need to get back on track. That type of thing. Not, girl, you get on track and, no, we ain't talking about all that. Or where did I put my keys, So, my baby girl moved to Pennsylvania. I have two grandchildren by her and her husband. The family moved to Pennsylvania. My oldest daughter moved. Even though she's in somewhat of the same state, well, she's across the thing, but we're close, like within less than a 30-minute drive or whatever, depending on traffic. So I said, oh, it's starting. She left in June. My oldest daughter moved in July. And I say, those fall and winter months, okay? I was feeling some type of way. I was getting sad. I was starting to cry, feeling empty, lonely. I just felt like I've been dropped out the sky, out of a plane, on land, and nobody's around type of thing. I reconnected back with a friend of mine's. It was feeling so good, but it still do. It's a he. Um, he was helping me through the process. The moment. You're going to notice I say some things. I have my own way of saying things. Like, I could just throw something out there and say, like I call my YouTube audience Jules. And I'm Scarf Lady or Mona, but Scarf Lady, because I wear scarves. You see, I got hair a lot. Just don't know what to do with it. And I was also saying to myself, I said, girl, you need to get some berets, but that's another story, okay? You'll see me out there getting my nails done. You'll see me doing all kinds of things. I don't have a car, and I'm working on that. God is good. He's going to be with me. I need me a car. Do you hear me? A car. An automobile. I had my license, and I had a car, and The person that gave me, it was like an Indian giver. And if I tell you her age, you'd be like on the floor, right? I moved past that in a sense. So he started, helping me a little bit with the situation that I was going through, and that's the emptiness, the loneliness feeling, and so on and so forth. And I was like, the type of person that I am, why did I do that? I'm not going to bash nobody. I'm not down talking nobody. I'm not a drama queen. I'm not a Debbie Downer, and I'm not a messy Bessie, okay? I am a realist. I try to be transparent, very transparent. I think oftentimes people are probably like, intimidated by me, because if you want to know anything about me and if I decide to tell you, I'll tell you. But if I don't want to tell you, that don't mean I'm telling you a lie. There's a time for everything. There's certain things that people need to know about you, right? So I started feeling full. We was in a relationship at one point in time. I don't want to put no name on it right just yet, and I'm just saying a little bit things. I'm not bashing the person, because at the end of the day, even though we are not together, we are cool friends, and that's okay. At first, it wasn't. That's because I allowed myself. Here we go. We got to take accountability. I allowed myself to let my emotions take control. I admit it. That's the first part of healing from anything. You have to take some kind of accountability. And the only reason why I say this is because if you've been abused, there's somewhere back in the back of your mind. I understand you can go through emotional situation, physical trauma, all these things, okay? But you're still able-bodied, and you still can make decisions. I know people can warp your mind and brainwash you and make you, like think like them. If he say go, you gotta go. If he say sit down, you gotta sit down. A controlling type of thing. We ain't going for that. Once you release yourself from that situation, you're not no longer in that situation. It's up to you to take control. And how I say that is, some more tea, y'all. Get help. Seek help. There's so much out there, and free, okay? There's free things out there. Never sit in it. Don't marinate in it. Seek help. Talk to somebody. I'm talking now to the world. I'm on here, one will probably say, you talking in your phone? Yes, I am. I want you to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, fingernail gone. Honey, boom. I'm getting together this week. Eyebrows, fingernails, and toes, okay? And then I'm working towards the hair. Seek help. There's help out there. You can be sitting on the bus, or you can be sitting on a bus, or out there waiting on the bus, or in a restaurant, or hospital waiting room, or just, places you can go, even a supermarket or Walmart's or something like that. You can be sitting around or standing around, and have you ever noticed someone might say, hey, how you doing? Or, I like your shirt. Or just, you just got that person that just really like to talk and will start up a conversation. You'd be like, out one time I was sitting out waiting on my transportation to pick me up, which is Lyft. And it was two homeless people. I went to a store to get some groceries, and I sell jewelry. So Sometimes I try to carry jewelry in my business cards with me, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, hey, just treat someone that everything ain't about money, okay? There was this homeless lady. Once I found out they was homeless because we talked, and her husband, he had a guitar, he was playing it and stuff. And, she spoke to me, I spoke to her, and then we started talking. So I said, hmm, I got this jewelry. I asked her, I don't say here, is it okay if I give you a piece of jewelry? She said, me? For free? Yes. I, I can't recall quite how many pieces I gave, but I think it was like maybe two or three. I sell paparazzi jewelry. Everything is affordable. Of course, we know it's lead free, nickel free. We know that it's costume jewelry, but they have some beautiful jewelry. I have a website which is paparazziaccessories.com / 334014. I said all that. And she just started talking. I'm saying this because, as I said, find someone to talk to. I don't get sidetracked, okay? Find someone to talk to. And I just started talking to her, and she just poured out some things to me. Told me why she was homeless, her and her husband, how long they've been homeless. Oftentimes, people think it's because someone having an addiction. I don't want to put any kind of addiction, okay? And I said, oh my goodness, okay. I said, I'm going to pray for you. I hope everything work out for you and your husband. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she was pregnant. I almost for certain she was pregnant. And your baby on its way. It takes money to live. But also they have resources out there. Anytime a woman go to a battered woman shelter, or if you go to a shelter, they have counselors in there. I call them coaches in a sense because they coach you on saving, finances, resources. We know a lot of them are booked because of the economy, inflation type of thing. And we know people are losing their jobs. We know people are working just to get by. There's different reasons and levels of people not being able to support their self and family. So they talk to you about savings. I've been in a shelter before, me and my two small kids, and I've been in one with my kids' father and us. And the reason for that is our car broke down. They had to get it hauled off the highway. We couldn't drive it, period. So we went to a shelter, okay? And the car ended up getting fixed. It took about probably 3 days. And people were so kind and helpful at that point in time in my life. I had 4 kids. They were small kids. Uh, my kid's father, we was all together. And someone he worked with at the time brought his check now 2.5, 3 hours away. And where we was at was the Salvation Army. I'm speaking facts. I'm telling my story. This is true. And they helped us. We had a great portion. They helped us get our car fixed. The other time I went to one is my kid's father was stationed in the Army, United States Army. And hats off to all you service men and women. Um, he went to Germany. I was living in Germany. Um, I was over there for about 4 years. Stuttgart, Germany, honey. Boom, 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 boom. That was my life then. I had a good life. One of my children were born over there as well. Okay, so um, he left. Typically, they have to go get, sign in to duty stations and uh, get familiar with the company and all that stuff. And most of the times, the wives or husband, because women are in the military as well. And whoever hopped on here, thank you. Subscribe. And so he left, and before he got over there, funds ran low, didn't have our place because they came, packed up all our goods, put it in storage, which was to be shipped overseas. And this girl that was supposed to be a friend, I helped her out in so many ways. I don't talk about what I do for nobody if I'm helping them out. I do it from my heart. Oh, the thanks I get. I had two small kids. My daughter at the time, she was probably 6 months. So about 5, 6 months. My son had just turned 3. Actually, he was 2 going on 3 because September. So 3 months later, he turned 3. So I had a baby, infant, 5 months old. My son was 2. 2. And me and my kids, saw their dad off and at the bus station at the time, they don't quit all these bus stations and stuff like that, and they have train stations and airports, of course. So she decided she wanted us to go somewhere, and I didn't feel like it was appropriate for me and my children, so I left. Oh, honey, boom, 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 boom. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning came. She came home. She was fire lit, like intoxicated, okay, or whatever. She got up in my face. Her own mother allowed me and my children, my kid's father, until he left to go, stay there because we helped her daughter. And it wasn't so much that I was comfortable. That wasn't the case. I had a car. It was black. It was a Maverick. And orange. Oh, honey. We used to call it Halloween because of the color. Old car. Way back. And I had to pack my 2 small children and the things that was in that house by myself, alone, early in the wee hours, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, dark outside. I don't even think cars was on the road because where we was living was Fort Riley, Kansas, Junction City, Kansas, and it's small, right? Streets clear, okay? I'm a military ex-wife. My kids are military brats, but they my babies. I had to find somewhere for me and my 2 small kids to lay our heads down. I did not panic. You'd be surprised when you have children for real involved with your life, how you got to keep yourself together. And I used to be that crybaby. I used to be that timid person, easy to cry and everything. But at that point in time, when I became a mother and a wife, then a lot of those tears were gone. Her girl snapped out of it. It ain't no time to be crying, sharing no tears. You got 2 small babies. Things. It's like God, that's what I want to say. It's talking to you. We went over to one guy's house and stayed there a night. He had a girlfriend. My kid's father knew him. I knew him. Hey, like I said, 1, 2 o'clock. Matter of fact, the guy's house that we went to used to talk to the girl, and that's how we met. You know, they came over to our house. A lot of time, military people, they like to barbecue, come together as one. You know, you miss your family, so you find your family within the military type of thing. And honey, that was the best time. I had so many people that just embraced us as a whole. My kid's father, they loved him. They loved my children. My son was everybody's kid, pretty much. It's not that I let my baby go off for people. Oh no, don't get it twisted, because that was my firstborn. I have one son and 3 daughters. They all fully grown, but they still my baby. They my heart. They don't. They're my grandbabies, because my granddaughter said last night, "You got us, Grandma." She's so sweet. And we stayed there that night. But me being a thinker, something kicked in. I said, "Oh, they party too much, drink too much. I got kids. This is not no good environment." Temporary for that night, it was okay because wasn't nothing open. Honey, I had a car too, so that's a blessing. I didn't have much money like to get a hotel or anything like that. Probably just enough to buy my baby some Pampers, put a few dollars in the gas tank. Gas was cheap then. Car I had was a energy saver, gas saver. I don't know how I end up at the shelter. Knowing me, I probably done went to the police station somewhere. I can't recall that part of it, but I end up or looked in a phone directory at the time. We was using phone books. You can tell that's ancient, right? They got all this technology, cell phones and laptops and computers and stuff like that. Back, I think people's minds might have been a little bit better then, because we had to think, we had to look for things, we had to remember phone numbers and stuff like that. Only phone number I can remember right offhand is my daughter's old cell phone. I mean, not cell phone, her house phone. That's the only number. Of course, the 911s and all that stuff, but I'm talking about phone number. So what I say for that is always write down at least 5 people's numbers and put it somewhere in your purse. It don't even have to be your wallet. It can just be in the bottom of your purse, because when somebody's take your wallet, or just write it down at work and keep it in your desk drawer or anything. I have something for everything. I can share a lot. And a lot of it is experiences, life struggles, and things I've done by myself, even married. Now, that don't mean I'm bashing. Mm-mm. I'm talking about I was a military wife. I had, when I was in Germany, I had two, and then I'm having three because one of my child, was born in Stuttgart, Germany. When I went there, I had two, got pregnant, left with three, and when I left, I ended up finding out I was pregnant with the fourth. But that was okay. That was my husband, you know. And we stayed at the shelter. And when we stayed at the shelter um, for a week, I ended up selling my car to the junkyard, which it wasn't like equipped to be on the highway driving. It was good enough for the small town that we lived at. It worked. It wasn't smoking or anything, but I have no money to really put money into it. And the year, make, and model, oh well, even though people will soup up those old cars. So I stayed at the shelter. It was so clean, and I mean, actually, I done passed the house millions of times because I lived there from 84 until 88. So 4 years. And then went to Germany for 4, came back, lived in Florida, Colorado, then ended up moving back. Okay, this is like you getting familiar with me, a little bit of my life journey, what type of person I am. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel as if like this girl, I really dig her. Like I said, I'm not bashing nobody. So we stayed there a week. I sold my car, and they drove me to. I'm from Kansas. I live in Missouri. They drove me to Kansas, where I was born, and I went to my dad's house. That was wonderful because I felt like, okay, I'm back home temporarily. I stayed at my dad's house from I want to say September of 1988 to February of 1989, and it was me, my younger sister, Lavette Kelly. Shout out to her. She has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe. All the things. And honey, boom. Let me tell you something. Hold on for a minute. I gotta get my charger. Like I said, I'm that girl. Put my phone on charge and make sure it don't die. Okay. At the time, y'all bear with me, please. I thought I had a lot of juice in there. You know what? That's another thing. I gotta get me another cell phone. It's okay. Okay. Sorry about that. My sister has a YouTube channel. Her name is Lavette Kelly. Okay. Mine, you'll see Mona Lisa Kelly. So, like I was saying, my phone was about to die, so I had to go get the charger, y'all. I'm down there. Still have my coffee. And we was at our dad's house. It was me, my older sister. We 10 months apart. And my younger sister. I have two sisters that's younger than me. So Lavette Kelly, shout out to her. Y'all go check out her channel too. And I hope she do the same. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay? Everybody's talking about something different. Everybody's doing something different. And you can learn from it, take from it. If you want me to subscribe to your channel, I went on someone's YouTube thing and I subscribed to one of her subscribers' channel. You know, it's all about support. Stop hating. You know what? I even hate that word. I hate that word. Hating. Hating. Why can we all get a piece of this pie out here? Why? Why we can't? It's enough. They got the money. As much as they act like money is, as my daddy said, money don't grow on trees, but yes it does, because it come off, money comes from trees. That's a little humor, okay? And I hate using that word. I sell a lot of lip gloss too, y'all. It's morning time. I had the coffee. And as I was saying about my sisters, we was having the time of our life. We went back to not the home we lived at as the kids, but still. Because my dad and his brothers used to build homes. And if I tell people the homes that they built, not no little shacks, I'm talking about nice homes. I'm talking about anywhere from 350,000 and up homes. Whew. We had a good time. And that was a time that I guess, what God wanted for us at the time, to be together. She went to Germany as well, Lavette. Her husband ended up being her husband, but her children's father was in the military as well. And I remember we used to get mail. When them checks was rolling in, boy, you could see our face light up like Christmas. But money makes the world go around. But if you're not with the one you love or the people that makes you happy and feel good at that point in time in your life, what does it mean? You just, you spend it to live, eat, buy your kids clothes, medicine, diapers, so on and so forth, etc. And she used to get her mail. I remember one time she got her money came in a big envelope with all these stamps on it. I mean, a lot of stamps. If she get on here, she'll say, "You remember that, girl? We don't forget nothing. I don't forget nothing. And if I do, if somebody bring it back to my memory, I'll be like, I sure remember." So I say all that to say this: we all went. Was staying with my dad, my older sister, and her daughter at the time. And then the vet had only one child. And then at the time I had two. I had a baby, 5 months. My son was not even 3 yet. And when it was time for me to, get myself ready to get my passport and all that stuff. Well, actually, I'm backtracking because I had my passport before my kid's father went because we had to do that. Okay, so that part I messed up at. But I had to go to the Air Force Base or Forbes Air Forbes Airfield Base in Kansas, so I can get all my orders and all that stuff ready for me and my two kids to travel. I'm talking about I'm on the video. Hold up, please. I have people stay here. This is real life. That's what it's about. So, I had two small kids. I had to prepare for all this. Never, ever in my life, and I'm afraid of heights. So I say that because you're afraid of heights. Yeah, that's contradicting to some people. The unknown. So I can put that a little bit in the back of my mind. I'm still afraid of height, but girl, you done been on the plane across the ocean, the seas, and some to come, okay? And I remember my daughter, I had one of those, backpack pouches to go in the front or in the back. And then my son, I had got one of those leashes, you can put on your arm. It was a good one, not no chintzy one either, around my arm and his. Because, again, I have two small kids and I'm going through airports and stuff like that. And God knows, at that point in time in my life, I was small. So thank you for that. But that was a smooth transition. I was, again, I guess because kids was involved, I put on that macho image, but I wasn't afraid. I was going to be with my husband. My son, he kept looking out the window, and I hate he wanted to be by the window, but I moved him. He kept saying, "We're gonna fall, we're gonna fall, we're gonna fall." And once he got on there, oh my goodness, he stole everybody's hearts. And right to this day, he's still doing. He's that type of person. He People love him, and so we got through to. We went to London. We Our destination where we landed at to drive to our destination was Frankfurt, Germany. Honey, jet lag ain't the word. Mm, mm-mm. But just so happened, I don't know why. It's like somebody was drawn to me. They helped me put my luggage on this cart. You know, I call it a golf cart, but it was a big size one. And I put my carry-on bags, and I had my baby, and my son was by me too. So we didn't have to walk through the airport. Hello, hello, hello. And it was some ways, okay? Some ways. So that was an experience that I got to experience in a different part of the world, Stuttgart, Germany. Who would have thought? I was 22. I had my son when I was 19. He was born in 85, 20, 1, 2, 22, 3, 22, 23. I think I just turned 23. And I had my daughter. Teen mom, 19. But I got married when I was 19. I wasn't pressured into it. It was a decision I decided. And I would have never, I don't bash no one, thought at that age that I was going to be a mom or. And you know what? I didn't want to get married just because I was pregnant. I didn't want to feel trapped. I wanted it to be a decision I wanted. And the part that might sound contradicting, what I'm about to say is I love my kid's father, but I wasn't in love. But I know that I could see myself being with him. But I say maybe a good year that went past. All those emotions and feelings was like natural. Okay, let's say it like that, natural. I was a young woman, and you know you gotta get your thoughts together. You don't feel like you brainwashed or trapped. It was my decision, and he was the best person thus far. And he's no longer living. Mm-mm. But he's in my children's life for spiritually. There's things I can talk about that, but I had the best time of my life. I travel, and I want to get back to that point. There's nothing stopping me, and that's why I say we got to stop procrastinating. Me, I'm guilty as charged. Okay, get up. Today is Monday. Get up, put your feet on the ground, forward. We can't always look back. That's why it's called the past. Don't let your past define your present moment. I'm not going to even say future because we don't know what the future holds. We can predict or try to assume or say what we want, but we're not there yet. And I used to be that type of person, woman, lady. Let me see. I ought to do this. I might do this. But when I started getting myself right spiritually, physically, mentally, and I'm still a little bit of mental scarred, but I done came a long ways because I done been on this thing talking all this time. What is it? 44 minutes, y'all. I wear glasses too. 44 minutes, and not a tear that done dropped, and I ain't faking. That's why I say when you stop crying, you know you heal. But I also have a video, check it out. Hurt so you can heal. Does that make any sense? I say that because don't rush a situation. Like if you get out of one relationship, or if you, it don't even have to be a relationship, or one situation in general, and rush into another one, and you ain't thought it through or figured it out, clear your thoughts, your head, your mind, or anything. Hurt so you can heal. Sometimes things just come to me. I said something the other day. It might not didn't make sense to anybody, but it made sense to me. I said it because it was natural to me. I said it because I wanted to. Hurt so you can heal. I'm going to end on this note. I got to find a set time that I will be on. That way I can let everybody know. Okay? But periodically you see me hopping in and out, different times. I just like to be random. Right now, that's the way I'm going to say it. I'm a random person. Just set your notifications. I might come back on 5 minutes from now. I'm just saying. But if you look at me, comment down below what you think I'm going through, or why I'm saying all this, or something that you need to work on with yourself, or start today. Start today. I like to write down things. I'm a doer. I like to write. My mom was the same way. I write down everything. Like right now, I need to take care of some business once I get off. I already got it written down. I've written it down yesterday. I had to motivate myself today because I was sad. I didn't cry. Did I feel like it? Maybe a smidget. But I'm human. I'm going to push through it. We can do this together. Teamwork makes dream work, or the dream work makes teamwork. However you choose to say it, because I say stuff and it might be all over the place, but this is what I want to say. One of my issues is two, actually, acceptance. The other one is I have sisters. I'm not going to put no names on here, which Lavette is one of them, but I'm not going to, I'm not on here to downgrade my sisters. I love my sisters wholeheartedly. I don't have no one but my children and my grandchildren. My dad is living. My mom's gone on to glory. I miss her. I used to talk to my mom every day. I'm one of those children, I'm emphasizing now, that, got a dimple. I'm one of those kids or children, child chosen, whatever, that never disrespected my parents. None. This is my story, okay? But somewhere along the line of my life, from as far back as I can remember certain things, 3 years old, yes. And if my older sister get on here, she know the story. We was staying with my mom's mother because she was in the hospital. Our mother was, and she sent me to preschool. I was 3 years old without any underwears. I remember that. And my school teacher, there was a store around from the school. Actually, my grade school friend lives down the street from it, in the school around the corner from where she lived at. They had underclothes for girls, boys, or whatever, for whatever reason. I forget what kind of store. I don't know if it was a convenience store. And I put some on in the classroom. I had on the dress. I don't know why and how. My grandmother forgot that. That's how far back I can remember. It's okay. Everything is not a trauma, but there's been some trauma in my life. So that's the part of, I had a struggle with acceptance. I accept a lot of things that I went through because I wanted to be accepted, loved. I don't have that. Stop saying you don't have it. My children is in my life. My kids are a big part of my life. They have their lives. They need to live their life. They're not living their life. I'm not where they need to take care of me right now. I'm able bodied, very much so. I'm able bodied, but also there comes a point in time you need more. It ain't just about being at home and not having nothing to do. I'm gonna show y'all something. This is the pill I take right here. Take this pill right here, my diet pill. I try to take it at 10 o'clock in the morning. You got to witness that firsthand. I ain't had no operations and don't choose to. I had thought about it. I did the whole process for us to sleep. I used to smoke cigarettes. And the doctor I went to, I don't know if everybody experienced this part, but the doctor I went to said, I've been honest about everything because what if I told him I didn't and something happened? You know, you can have blood clots and all that stuff. But anyhow, I told him the truth and he said, nope. So I know dates 2018, November the 9th, I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I say cold turkey. Far as I didn't need no pills or patches or anything. Cold turkey because I saw a commercial on TV and I called. And what they would do periodically throughout the week, randomly, call you and talk to you, almost like therapy or counseling or support. It was a support thing. And they would ask you questions like, why you want to quit smoking, how long you been smoking, and what time do you feel the need that you have to have a cigarette. Mine was morning time with my coffee. Ooh-wee. You couldn't tell me nothing. Nasty habit though, right? But when you going through things in life and stressed out, I don't care. That's what I say. I ain't talking down on nobody, but what they do. But honey, boom, you need it. And I did. I love to smoke. And the reason why I say it like that is because it was good after you eat. It's like a dessert. Nasty. I stopped smoking. I picked it back up. I had a lot going on in my life at the time. This is this is an excuse, okay? Cop out. But I had a lot going on. Like I said, I did like to smoke at that point in time because that was the thing of my choice, right? This year, January the 20th, January 19th actually, but I say the 20th, is when I first officially, completely, totally went all in and cut it off because I went from smoking cigarettes to Black and Mouse, and that's just as bad because it ain't got no filter. Tea, I got one missing. Not ashamed to tell nobody. I got elbowed in my sleep. Pretty tea. I used to be ashamed of that. I'm just being right down, transparent, and honest. There's nothing I need to hide from nobody. I know people see it. I don't care. I have a beautiful dimple. I don't wear no makeup. I wear lip gloss and lipsticks. No weave. I have wore wigs or a track or two. My daughter, she does hair. She does makeup. You'll see me looking dolled up one day on here. But right now, I'm plain Jane, natural woman. I stopped smoking, as I was saying. And also, I thought it was going to be a struggle for me because, you know, typically a lot of people say, I don't want to stop smoking because I'm going to gain weight. No, uh-uh. And I don't know if it's because I have this pill that I take for my weight loss journey. I'll talk about that at another time. But I want to end y'all. I want to end this live on this note, please check out my videos, comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, share it out. Scarf lady, right now today I got on this headband. You are a jewel. Today is Motivational Monday. Get up. Don't lay down in it. Open up the blinds. Stop being in that dark room. Get you some fresh air. Look at yourself in the mirror. Wash your face. And I'm going to tell you another thing you do. Look in the mirror, cry. Cry till you can't cry no more. Get in the shower and cry. Cry until you can't cry no more. But when it's time for you to come out that bathroom, that shower, you better not have no more tears. Let them get, just flush down the drain. I'm so serious, y'all. It's time for us to love ourselves. And it starts with us. So I hope everyone have a marvelous, motivational, magnificent Monday. And you will see this face often. Love you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the like button, your notification, and listen to what this girl had to say. Okay?